Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, go Huskies. That goes without saying. But most importantly, we are here to talk about Batterson Park, which has been a place that for a long time a lot of us have wanted to see reopened, be accessible for the community from all of Hartford, New Britain, and Farmington, and all of the neighboring towns. And a couple years ago, the state gave $10 million to fix up Batterson Park, to reopen it. It's been closed for 7 years. So nobody's been able to enjoy that pond, the recreational area, for 7 years. And that $10 million is going to go a long way to getting that park back to open. When we announced the funding, the thought behind it was that the three towns, Farmington, New Britain, and Hartford, would get together and work out a way to manage this park, to care for the park, and do it in a way that shared resources, saved them all money, shared staffing. But in talking to three leaders who are going to hear from me next, and working with community leaders and the city councils, what became abundantly clear is this is not a municipal asset. This is not just a Hartford, Farmington, New Britain asset. This is a state treasure. And because of that, today I'm here to announce that we will pursue the state of Connecticut taking over Batterson Park and operating it so that it can be the crown jewel of our state park system here in the greater Hartford area. And before I give it over to the three mayors behind me who have been wonderful partners in this, let me just point out a couple of statistics, because I know what you're going to ask. How will we pay for it? In 2021, our state passed the Passport for Parks program. Every time you renew your driver's license, every resident, there's a $5 fee added. That fee allows you to enter all state parks for free. So, if you live in Hartford, or you live in Farmington, or you live in New Britain, or you live in Simsbury, or if you live in Fairfield, you will be able to go to the new state Batterson Park for free like you would any other park. There is $17 million balance in the Passport for Parks program currently. That fund provides the upkeep for all of our state parks. Adding one state park in the middle of central Connecticut is not going to blow through that budget. The last thing I want to point out, which is sort of shocking to me, is if you look at the history of state parks in Connecticut, the only comparable tract of land to this that we could find in research that has gone from being a municipal park to a state park was Mono Pond in Columbia. And that was done 15 years ago. So for 15 years, the state of Connecticut has not added something of this size with swimming and the amenities that it has. So if we care about our environment, if we care about our children have a place to go, if we saw the pandemic and what it denied people the ability who didn't have an easy access to exercise and fresh air, 15 years it's been since the state stepped up and did something. This is not going to cost us a lot of money. It's the right thing to do. And we have to stop thinking that all the burden falls on these three towns for some admittedly weird park in the middle of central Connecticut that no one kind of owns. It's a state asset, and we're going to make it a state asset.